Welcome here to MediaCom Channel 22, the Columbia College Coaches Show. We're talking basketball today. My name is Cosmo, along with head coach and athletic director of Columbia College Cougars, Bob Burchard. Welcome back, Bob.
Thanks, Cosmo. It's great to be here.
Yes, since the last time we visited, quickly before we get in directly into basketball, we talked about the volleyball team and their potential run to the championship. They made it to that championship match, just fell a little bit short against a buzzsaw team in Fresno Pacific that's won now 4 in a row, but you've got to be very proud of Coach Washington and that volleyball team.
Yeah, Cosmo, they did an amazing job. I'm going to take some credit for it. I told Coach Washington before she left I had a really good feeling about this year, and they I think went into the tournament on a real strong note. They were healthy, playing I thought pretty well, and Coach has a way of getting them ready for that tournament. I've been always amazed at her consistency and how well they do on the national scene. And
they're fantastic. And then now, I don't know if she needs an expansion in her office or what for the hardware that team continues to grab, but at that event we had at Southwell Complex, and the table was just packed with awards, and of course with Vesna Trivunovic and then Paula Fajeda with another National Player of the Year award from the Volleyball Coaches Association. Her trophy case as just a sophomore is just unbelievable right now.
You know, Cosmo, having a National Player of the Year is special and amazing. When you think of all the student athletes who participate in the sport, at the highest level of that sport, I think it's the third that we've had.
Yes.
Within our department, and have all come through volleyball, and I think it's very nice because Paula's an exceptional student, an exceptional student athlete, is very serious about the game, passionate about the game, passionate about her studies here, and so she's the whole package, and she is a Columbia College star. She's one you like to put out there. So to really have her recognized as a National Player of the Year is great for her and great for Columbia College as well.
And I know covering the tournament and having Coach Washington on KTGR and never forgetting almost, and then looking down again before going on the air, realizing she's just a sophomore.
It's amazing.
2 more seasons, which is fantastic. Such a young team.
I felt the same way, Cosmo. You know, it seems like she's been such a big part of their success that I was thinking junior, senior, and then just as a sophomore. So we're very fortunate that she'll be with us for a couple more years.
That's because one of those rundowns, you go through the roster real quick, you're like, how many more years do we have this player? Or vice versa with the opponents, you go down the list, God, we got to face that guy again. 2 more years with number 12 or whoever it might be.
I think in our world, you know, great players are like that though, and when, as you just said, with your opponents as well, you know,
yeah.
So many times you think, when is that person ever going to leave? It seems like they're there 6 or 7 years, and so we're happy she's on our side.
Well, switching gears back into basketball, your team cracking into the top 25, sitting just outside before, now up to number 23 at a 10-2 mark. Before you had a big weekend swing up to very cold Chicago. I know the weather at that point was crazy. Talked a little bit about what the team had. A tough opponent, obviously, with the number 1 team, but talk about the 2 games you had in the Chicago area.
I thought it was a great trip for us, Cosmo. To be honest with you, I think we're a little ahead of where I was expecting to be at this stage of the season with a new team. Our 2 losses have come to 2 teams that are in the top 5, both on trips. First one to Texas Wesleyan down in Dallas, and they're a team that feels like they can win a national championship. Wasn't very happy with how we competed against them. The second loss was to Robert Morris and Chicago. They feel like they can win a national championship. They're a very talented, experienced team. We competed a lot better in that competition, and I was happy about that. I think the thing that I was happiest the most with, Cosmo, is I thought our team handled the travel and the experience in a very mature way, which with a new team, you know, you're always trying to figure out how they're going to handle, you know, tough situations. When you play great teams away from home, it's always a challenge. When you play on the road in college basketball, it's always a challenge. When you throw in tournament settings, back-to-back games, short turnaround, hotel stays, checking in, checking out, you're in a big city, you're doing some sightseeing just because you don't get to Chicago, kids don't, so
right.
You try to do a little bit of that. You and then you play a great team, and you always wonder if the team will fall flat and not perform at a high level. But I thought we competed really well, and I was pleased with that. But you know, we're disappointed that we didn't come out on top in the game. I really felt like we were in a position to do so, and we still have some growth that maybe will put us in a position next time to come out on top on a one like that.
And even with the loss of it, was a 10-point loss, but still at this point, like you said, you think maybe they're ahead of schedule. It's quite a barometer though when you travel and you take on a #1 team. Get a pretty good measuring stick of where things are at, and that chemistry that's gelled very quickly with such a huge group of new guys.
I do think the chemistry is come together quickly, Cosmo, and I think it's pretty evident if you come watch the team play. They do like each other, and that's a huge part of team sport, and it's a huge part of coaching. If you could figure it out and market it, you would do, you know, great. Group dynamics are fascinating, and when you have a group that actually likes each other and will try hard to do the things you're trying to get accomplished, then your success rate tends to be higher. I think the thing that I've heard most from our fans watching the game is that just that, though, that they're enjoyable to watch, because they do play hard, they do play with a passion, and they do cheer for each other, and so that makes coaching fun. You know, and I think even more so, just because, as I said in the start of this, is you can't. There's no exact formula for that. You know, either guys like being around each other and are likable people, high character guys, or they're not. And you can't, in the recruiting process, you really don't know that.
Right. You
kind of get a feeling for it, but you don't really know it. And then when you put 13 new guys together and you start working together, you're not 100% sure how it's going to pan out. So far, I think our team is fit together nicely and is working on all the things we're trying to get accomplished.
Head coach of the Columbia College Cougars, Bob Burchard, number 23 in the country right now are the Cougars. We'll come back, talk more with Coach. Also bring one of the assistant coaches that's been helping Bob on the sidelines at Columbia College for the basketball team in a little bit, Coach Sean Dooley. We'll have him on with us as well. We'll take a quick timeout, come back. It's the Coaches Show, Columbia College Cougar Coaches Show on Mediacom Channel 22.